All right, in this video, I am walking you through how to schedule out your Facebook and Instagram post. That way you can batch all of your content, schedule it out, and then you don't actually have to worry about constantly posting on either your Facebook page or your Instagram profile. So I'm going to walk you through the entire back office, just kind of give you a little bit of a rundown of what actually is available to you inside the Creator Studio. But in this video specifically, I'm just going to be going over how to schedule out your post. Now, I highly recommend scheduling out your post because, again, it just alleviates a lot of your time having to remember, one, to post often, and two, thinking of that content that you should be posting. So at the end of this video, I'm going to walk you through a quick strategy in order to constantly post value on your Facebook and Instagram versus just posting for the sake of posting. So the biggest benefit with the Creator Studio, and this is something that is available to you for free through Facebook's platform. So the biggest benefit of it is being able to schedule out a post for the future. So that, again, like I said, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do that step by step in this video, so don't worry if you don't know how to do that just yet. Another great aspect of this is that you can actually manage any filters, you can manage any of your uploads from any page that you have access to. So that is going to come into play if you have multiple business pages that you are posting content for, or if you run an agency like myself and you have to post across multiple pages. You can actually schedule everything out through this platform specifically. Another great benefit of this is that it will give you a good insight as to what your audience is actually engaging with in terms of what do they like, what are they commenting on, are people sharing your content. But it also will give you an information about who your perfect audience is, so who is actually following your pages. That is so important because who's following your pages is who you are actually attracting into your social platforms, who eventually should become your customers. So this Creator Studio is going to give you a breakdown of their likes, interests, etc., gender, everything that you need to know in order to figure out if you're attracting the right people or who's just following you now. And then another great feature that actually just launched not too long ago is that you can upload multiple videos across multiple pages. So let's say that you had multiple pages and you wanted to post the same video and same text across them all. You only have to actually do it once and it will automatically post it for you across all the pages. Now, the last feature I wanted to point out before I actually dive into the program is going live on this platform. You can do your Facebook and Instagram lives directly on here, and then you can schedule it out for the future if you wanted to as well. So here's what we're going to go through. So right now I am on a URL, business.facebook.com/Creator Studio. Like I said, this is a free platform for you to use. Of course, you need to have a Facebook page already, and you also need to have an Instagram account already. But when you go to that URL, that is going to bring you up to this home page. So this is your Creator Studio. This screen that we're on right now, we are actually on our home page of our Facebook account. Now, if you look at the very top where it says Creator Studio over here on the left, if you scroll right to the middle, you can see the Facebook and Instagram symbols. If you click on either one, it's basically choosing what platform you're scheduling on. So right now, I've clicked on Facebook, so that's what we're looking at here. If I was to click on Instagram, it takes me over here. So just keep in mind that when you're choosing what platform you're scheduling out. And when you determine what platform you're scheduling out, it's going to be solely based on who you are talking to, who is your audience. Okay, so the next thing that you need to know is right here where it says Lisa Ann. This is where you can select what page you are working on. So let's say that you have those multiple pages. If you click on the down arrow, you can see different pages that I have access to on this account specifically. So right here is where you want to make sure that you choose the right page that you want to schedule your post on. Simple as that. And it's going to look the exact same if we're using the Instagram page. So the next thing, let's go down the left-hand side here just to give you a little bit of knowledge of what these all mean. But go ahead and play with them because the more you play with this, the more you kind of look at it based on your data specifically, the more you'll start to understand it. So our home page, that is where we are right now. It is giving us that option to choose our page. We can actually schedule something right from here, which I know I haven't gone over just yet. It's going to show you your bunch of recent posts in the last 7 days, any insights, basically how much people are watching things, how many followers you're getting, etc. On the left-hand side here under Content Library, this is actually where it holds every single post that you have. So any post that you've done in the past, as well as any post that you have scheduled for the future. So this is a great place just to see what is going on, what is scheduling. It will also give you some stats. Other options I want to show you is this Insights tab. This is where you're able to look at how well your performance is doing based on your videos. So I don't have many videos on this page that we're on right now, but this is going to give you any of the data based on your videos. That's under the Performance tab. The Loyalty tab is who is following you the most. Your Audience tab, this is where it's going to give you all the information that you need to know based on the country, language, interest. Now, sometimes this does take some time to gather that interest. Usually it's showing me the data here, so it should be showing you the data. If it's not, they may be doing an update right now, of course, when I'm shooting this video. But basically, this is going to break down everything you need to know about your audience. So what country they're from, what language do they speak, what are they interested in, pages that they like, videos that they are watching. It will break down everything that you need to know about your audience. Earnings and retentions, I'm not going to go into those ones right now just because at this point with the scheduling your post, you don't really need to know that information. Your inbox, this is when someone sends your personal inbox, your personal page a message. So this is where all your messages are for your page, any notifications you have on your page, any Instagram notifications that you have, and any shares that you have. On the left-hand side, the last piece that I want to show you is this Pages tab on the bottom left-hand side. This is where you can actually add people to your page without having to give them your login information. So right away, if you're seeing my page here, you can see that I have 2 people that manage my page. To add a page or add a person onto your page, you simply click Add Person, you type in their email address, and you select which page you want to give them access to. You can also create a new page here. If you don't have a page yet, feel free to click on that button, and then of course it will take you to creating a page. Alright, so let's dive into how do you actually schedule out your posts. So the first things first, make sure that you log into Facebook and then you go to the business.facebook.com/Creator Studios. You're going to make sure that you're choosing, are you posting on Facebook or are you posting on Instagram? You're going to select your page where right here it says Lisa Ann above the Home tab. Now, you can either click on Post Something. That's one way to get there. Another way to get there is simply clicking on the big blue button on the left-hand side where it says Create Post. This is going to give you the option. Do you want to create a post like normal? Do you want to upload a video? Do you want to upload multiple videos at a time? Do you want to go live on your page? Or do you want to post one video across multiple pages? So of course, choose the appropriate one based on what your goal is with this post. So I'm going to simply click on Create Post, and again, it brings me up to that same screen, just as it did when I clicked on Post Something over here. So this is just like you would post on your Facebook page normally. All I'm going to do is say, I'm just making my post, whatever. I'm not actually going to be posting this, so obviously don't follow this as a template. But you simply just put in your text that you want it to be. You can add a video by clicking on Video. You can share a photo if you wanted to. So basically when you click on this, it's going to open up to your photos that you have on your page. Let's say that I'm going to find a quick photo. Here, let's do Ellen. Alright, so there's my photo. I'm adding Ellen to this photo, pretending that I am Ellen. If you wanted to do a feeling, you can do that here. If you wanted to go to a live video, you can also click it on here. So it gives you many different options. Now, one thing, you can actually add a button to your page if you click on Get Messages. And basically what happens when you click on Get Messages, underneath my photo, it would show a button that says Send Message, and then someone could directly send me a message. I personally wouldn't use that for just your normal everyday post. So, and then the last thing that you want to do once you've obviously put in your text here, chosen the right photo or the video that you're uploading, you have a few different options. So on the bottom here, you can choose where it says publish. If you click on that down arrow, you can either publish it now by clicking on the blue button, or the down arrow when you go to schedule, you can actually schedule it out for a later date. So if I schedule this out, now what happens is on whatever day I just chose, it's going to schedule it out. So to get to where my scheduled posts are, you always want to refresh the page once it's actually scheduled. And then if you come down to content library, make sure you choose the correct page. Now, so I did content library. If typically it will show up under all posts, you can see that it's under the scheduled, or simply just click on scheduled on the top here, then you can see the post. So this is where, if you select it off, you can either publish it now, reschedule it, cancel it, preview what it's going to look like, edit the post. You can view the post insights. Obviously, it's not going to have any insights. It hasn't been ran. And if you wanted to, you could press this boost post, but I highly recommend you don't click on that button. There are other more effective ways that you can do that through paid advertising. So what I'm going to do is simply press on cancel because I don't want that actually on my post. But that is how you can actually schedule out your post for the future. So I highly recommend that you take 1 to 2 afternoons in the beginning of the month, create every post for the entire month. That way you don't have to ever come back here until the following month. So what types of posts do you actually want to do? Okay, so there are a few different types of posts, and you know what? Let me pull up a quick note here. Okay, so let's just go through what types of posts that you can do. I'm not going to give you too many, just a few to get you started with scheduling out. So the types of posts that you want to do, those would be answering people's questions. So as business owners, people are asking us questions all the time. Those questions can be used you can really use those every single day if you wanted to, but I wouldn't recommend doing it every single day. But basically, if someone says to me that they don't know what to post about, what questions are people asking you? Put those questions out there. The next thing is some lifestyle posts. Can you provide any insight as to who you are as a person? Now, of course, this is going to come into different scenarios based on your business specifically, but for me specifically, if I'm out working at a cafe, I can take a lifestyle post or a photo of me at the cafe and then post that to show more of my lifestyle. Can you inspire people in any way? That could be if you are doing any renovations that they may want to do, or you're showing them the final outcome that they may want by following you, etc. And other types of posts are video content. So your video content, this is a huge one. I highly recommend getting behind the video camera and just showing something real life. And the reason why is because when people are seeing a video, they can actually build that connection with you that much quicker than if it's just a static image. So the types of video content that you want to do, I always like to do 3 specific ones. I do a thought reversal video. I'm not going to dive too deep into these. Thought reversal, a connection video, and then a how-to video. So basically those 3, just to give you a little bit of insights with those. So thought reversal, basically that is making people question their beliefs. Connection video is really just having that one-on-one conversation with someone and having that connection piece. So if I am targeting, let's say, dads, by me showing a video of me and my son, providing I'm a dad, I'm a male, let's say, then I would be able to have that connection piece because we're both dads. Now, the how-to content is simply what I'm teaching you now. So that's basically how to do something in order to have that small win within their business or within their lifestyle, again, depending on who your audience is. So how often do you need to post? So going back a couple years ago, every time you post on social media, about 80% of your followers used to see your post. Now, 1 to 3% of your followers will see your post that you put on your social media. So basically, the more you utilize their platforms, the more you'll be able to boost those engagements quicker and organically. Now, what I mean by organically is for free. So if you're not running any paid advertising, you want to be posting every single day. Okay? So every single day, I know that may seem like a lot, but it is going to be the quickest way to grow your audience and your engagement on your social accounts, because Facebook and Instagram will basically say, thank you for using our platform. We are going to show more people your post. Now, that is a lot of work, so you don't necessarily have to do that if you want to run some paid advertising behind it, or if you truly are posting with a purpose. So posting with a purpose is really going to understand why you are posting that, which is a whole other ball game. I'm not going to get it into that video today, but this could be something that I want you to think about. Posting with purpose, you can post less, reach more people if you're using paid advertising. So I highly recommend that going forward. However, using the platform as most often as possible is highly recommended, even using more of their features. So for example, if you're just posting, also post on their stories. Inside Creator Studio, you can also schedule out some stories if you wanted to as well. Now, with your post and all the different features that you can use. So like I said, you have the regular posts, you have the stories, they have certain aspects like the polls that you can do. You can get people to ask questions, get people to engage. The more people engage with your post, the better. So I see a lot of times people just post something random on their page just because they didn't post yet today. Don't do that. Only post if you can post with a purpose. Okay? Now, what would a strategy be if you were using paid advertising? This is the easiest. So, this is what I do personally. I have 4 different platforms that I post in, okay? So, I have my Facebook page, I have my Facebook group, I have my Instagram page, I have my blog, and my YouTube channel. So, those I kind of interchange. So, instead of me writing 4 different posts, what I do is I create one large post. So here's my strategy. I actually post one long post. And this would be more of a blog style post, or maybe it could be my YouTube script. And then basically from there, I look at it and say, okay, so I'm going to take the Facebook page out just to keep this a simple example for you. But so my long post, that's going to be my longest post. People are going to be reading it. So the longer blog post I'll use for this example. And then I say, okay, so Facebook is more of an informational platform. So Facebook will require a longer post than an Instagram post. So Facebook, this is basically, I'm taking a little piece of the blog. So maybe I'm going to take one paragraph from the blog. And inside of that post, I'm going to direct them back to my blog, basically to read more. Now, Instagram, this is more so of a showcase of my lifestyle, basically a really quick insider to my life, my business, me, etc. These ones should be just a short little post. Now, to get those short little posts, I bet you can probably get 5 to 10 little posts out of your blog. So by that, what I mean is, so let's say that my blog is all about the 10 different ways to use social media. Let's pretend this is my blog. And so in the 10 different ways, or let's say 10 different ways to use digital marketing, that's my blog. And then inside that blog, the 10 different ways are Facebook, Instagram, autoresponders, and I can go on and list a bunch of things. So let's say that I'm listing 10 different ways to use digital marketing. And then in my Facebook page, or my Facebook post, all I do is say, did you know the 10 different ways to use digital marketing? So this is going to be falling under, just so you know, more of the educational type of post. So let's say someone asked me that question, how do you use digital marketing? Okay, so then also in my blog, I'm actually putting all the details. I'm listing everything. So here's all my descriptions for all those posts. But then on Facebook, I'm only listing off the 10. I'm listing the 10, but I'm not going into the full descriptions. If they wanted to read the full descriptions, they can come back to my blog to read that. And now on Instagram, let's say that, so I have my 10 different ways. So let's say Facebook, I take that. I could actually break this down probably to 10 or 11 different Instagram posts. I could say, did you know Facebook is only 1 out of 10 ways to use digital marketing? Comment below how you use digital marketing, or something along those lines. So that is the same topic across all the different platforms, and like I said, I could probably make 10 different posts for Instagram. I could probably split these into different posts, 10 different posts talking about how to use Facebook, what is a funnel, what is a digital course, etc. So it's more so looking at what type of content your audience wants to hear, as well as learning how to simplify your strategy in order to post across multiple platforms. If you do this, you can probably do that 4 blog posts, and then you can schedule out all your posts for a month or 2. So you can definitely do a lot, especially when you have the ability to schedule out your posts. So then you don't have to worry about social media. You don't have to worry about going on there. You don't have to worry about posting, and you still are reaping the benefits of being constantly posting. Because if you are constantly posting, like I said, Facebook and Instagram are going to boost you automatically, as well as you are constantly being in front of your audience. You're constantly being in front of the people that are following. You're constantly providing them with value. You constantly are going to be staying top of mind. And when you are in front of them so very often, they are going to remember you the next time that they need you. But hopefully this video helps you. Definitely something I highly, highly recommend. It will be a life changer if you get into the habit. It is just a habit of being able to schedule out that certain time in your calendar to focus simply on your content, and then you don't have to worry about it for that much longer. I actually have some clients that are doing this 90 days at a time, so they don't have to worry about it for the entire quarter, because they know exactly what their message is, they know exactly who they are talking to, they know exactly what their offers are. So you can pre-set up your Facebook and Instagram for as far out as you really, really want to. But of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I am always here to help.